rich and poor unity. Once upon a time, in a small town nestled between rolling hills, there lived two families, the Johnsons and the Parkers. The Johnsons were known throughout the town for their vast wealth and luxurious lifestyle, while the Parkers struggled to make ends meet, living a modest life in a simple cottage. The Johnson family, headed by Mr. Richard Johnson, was a picture of opulence. They resided in a magnificent mansion, complete with sprawling gardens, a sparkling swimming pool, and a fleet of luxury cars. Their children, Emily and James, attended prestigious private schools and were always dressed in the finest clothes. The Johnsons hosted lavish parties and were regular attendees at high-profile social events, basking in the glow of their wealth. On the other side of the town, the Parkers led a life of humble contentment. Mr. and Mrs. Parker worked tirelessly, striving to provide for their three children, Sarah, Daniel, and Lily. The Parkers lived in a cozy cottage with a small garden, where they grew their vegetables. They cherished the simple joys of life, finding happiness in each other's company and the warmth of their loving bond. One fateful day, the town was hit by an unexpected economic downturn. Mr. Johnson's business empire crumbled, and the family's wealth began to evaporate like mist in the morning sun. Their extravagant lifestyle became unsustainable, and they were forced to sell their mansion, downsize their lives, and relocate to a modest house on the outskirts of town. The Johnsons found themselves in a state of shock and despair. They were accustomed to privilege and indulgence, and the sudden change in their circumstances was a harsh awakening. Emily and James struggled to adjust to their new reality, as the luxuries they once took for granted slipped through their fingers. Meanwhile, the Parkers had always known the value of hard work and perseverance. They faced the economic downturn with resilience and resourcefulness. Mrs. Parker took up sewing to earn additional income, while Mr. Parker worked extra hours at the local factory. The family tightened their belts and supported one another through the tough times. As fate would have it, Sarah, the eldest Parker child, crossed paths with Emily Johnson at their new school. Sarah, being a kind-hearted and empathetic person, reached out to Emily, recognizing her struggles. They soon developed a friendship that would change both of their lives. Sarah invited Emily to visit her home after school one day. Emily was amazed by the warmth and love that radiated from the Parker household. She witnessed the joy the family found in simple pleasures, such as sharing meals, playing games, and laughing together. The Parkers taught Emily that happiness could be found in the warmth of relationships, not just in material possessions. Inspired by the Parkers' resilience and contentment, Emily confided in her parents about her newfound. The Johnsons, humbled by their circumstances and the lessons their daughter had learned, reached out to the Parkers to express their gratitude. They recognized that their wealth had isolated them from the true essence of life and sought to make amends. Together, the Johnsons and Parkers decided to create a foundation to support families affected by economic hardships. They combined their resources, knowledge, and experiences to make a difference in their community. They built a community center, providing education, training, and support to those in need. As the years passed, the Johnson and Parker families thrived not in terms of material possessions but in their shared purpose of helping others. Their bond grew stronger, and the town began to see them as pillars of compassion and generosity. The once vast gap between the rich and the poor had diminished, replaced by a sense of unity and common humanity.